Anthropic just dropped Opus 4.8. And if you're running multiple agents, this is a massive update. One session can now spin up hundreds of parallel subagents that plan, execute, and verify their own work. It beats GPT 5.5 in almost every single benchmark. And the best part, it's the same price as Opus 4.7. So today I'm going to be breaking down the benchmarks, the costs, the new chat interface, the new effort levels, fast mode in Claude Code, and the 100 agent super mode. And then towards the end of the video, we'll do a Minecraft coding test. So let's get into it. All right, so first things first, let's look at the benchmark. So this is on Anthropic's official website. So keep that in mind. All these companies do some little weird games sometimes to make the results skewed a little bit in their favor. So like I said, keep that in mind. But these are the results that they came up with. Agentic coding, it's essentially better in every single category than both Opus 4.7 and GPT 5.5, except for the terminal bench, which GPT 5.5 still has the edge right here. But as you can see, it is a clear beat across the board between Opus 4.8 and Opus 4.7. And yeah, even if we're looking at GPT 5.5, which is currently my favorite model, I need to do some more testing with 4.8. It might become the new favorite. We'll see. But right now, GPT 5.5 is my favorite model, and it is just crushing GPT 5.5 according to these benchmarks, which is just absolutely crazy. I'm really excited to start using this model, especially considering the fact I was not a big fan of Opus 4.7. To me, I know a lot of people liked it, but Opus 4.7 was just absolutely infuriating sometimes, especially the chat interface with the adaptive thinking, where it would sometimes decide it didn't want to think and you had to try to force it to think, and that just drove me absolutely crazy. But the good news is, moving on to the chat interface, this is the chat online, and they have added some new features so we can fully fine-tune Opus 4.8 even when we're just talking to it in the online chat. So check this out. So right now we're on Opus 4.8, and you can go and click on it here, and then it has the effort level right here, and you can change the effort level now from low, medium, high, extra, and max. And it still has that adaptive thinking, but at least it has a way to tweak the effort. So just in case you're like, okay, well, that did not think at all, you can try to bump it up to extra or max and see if you get better results that way. Like I said, I need to do some more testing. This just came out yesterday. So now let's look at pricing. And this is, like I said, one of the coolest things that they did. I really appreciate this because Opus 4.7 was already such a costly model to run that they kept the exact same pricing for Opus 4.8 as 4.7. So you can see here, it is the input $5 and the output $25, and then same prompt catching as well. So if we go down here, we can see Opus 4.7, exact same pricing. So that is also one really nice touch with Claude. Obviously, the usage is still not as good as something like ChatGPT Pro, but it is still nice to know that it's about the same price and the same usage cost with your plan. And the next big feature is the dynamic workflow. So this here, dynamic workflow, this new feature available in the research preview allows Claude to take advantage of even bigger tasks in Claude Code and can plan the work and run hundreds of parallel sub-agents in a single session. So that is really cool. I'm assuming that is going to cost quite a bit of usage, though. That's probably only to be useful for people that are on the $200 per month plan. But it does sound like something that is going to be incredibly useful, especially for those people that are super heavy users. Now, moving on to Claude Code. Now, this is just the Claude app. I do have Claude installed in the terminal, but it's all the same features. So essentially what they have added here, and it's pretty cool, is they've added a fast mode. So enable fast mode. So this is very similar to the 1.5x mode that you see in Codex through OpenAI. It essentially is going to give you the exact same output, but just faster and at a higher usage cost. So keep that in mind. I have not tested this out yet. I'm not sure exactly how much usage it uses. But for me, with like OpenAI and Codex on even like the $100 per month plan, it is very usable even with the fast mode. Like I've never hit my limits. However, I could see myself hitting limits much faster with Anthropic's usage and their limits. So this may not even be a feature that most people want to use. So just keep that in mind. But it is a new feature. And then you have all the same effort modes as well. And then the dynamic mode that I was talking about earlier is actually in a research preview. So we probably won't see that released for a little while to consumer. Now for our Minecraft test generation with Opus 4.8. Now, this is a prompt that I came up with a few months ago. I actually used it to do some testing with Quen 3.627b. Go check out that video if you're interested. But this is the same prompt, and I wanted to see how well Opus 4.8 can handle this prompt in Claude Code. So if you guys want this prompt, I will host it online. I think I've already hosted it, but I will make sure I add that link if you guys want this prompt. So I've already copied this and put it into our Claude Code terminal here. So I've got 3D voxel game in browser, and it's already done its generation, and it took about, I think, 20 minutes. So let's just go ahead and see what it's produced for us. This is a quick little preview. I have not actually even seen this yet. I've been letting it run in the background. So let's go ahead, and this is the workspace folder. Let's go ahead and launch it. All right, WSAD, space for jump, shift for sprint, mouse look around. All right, so basic Minecraft controls, and oh, wow. This is solid. Wow, this is great. Let's see. And it doesn't have like full like block generation, but it does look like it has like some water. Okay, so the water isn't great. Sometimes it allows me like to float and stuff, so it didn't get that whole thing down pat, but man, look at even these graphics. Actually, they look really, really good. Wow. And let's see here. So, okay, it's going through like a night phase here. So it's got night cycles. So that is going pretty quick. Looks like there's the moon. And yeah, like good tree generation. I don't see anything like caverns or anything like that around here. So it looks like it just did some basic trees. And let's see how the hitting the blocks work. Okay, so it's just quick blocks. And then it did give us some blocks to add. This is really solid. So let's see if that is actually working. Oh, there is some caverns down here. And left click. Okay, cool. So you can add the blocks, and I might as well go down here. Let's see what. Okay, so it does have like an underbelly as well. Whoa, this is super cool. Trying to wait for it to become a little brighter because obviously, I don't have anything like lanterns or anything. Okay, here we go. The sun is coming up, and wow, this is this is really cool. This is actually really, really impressive. This is probably the best Minecraft, like they call it voxel craft because they want to change the name, but this is the best like Minecraft clone that think I've ever seen. Like this is really cool. Wow, this is awesome. This is actually awesome. Let's see if we can do our 2. Get back up, Okay, yep. You got your basic Minecraft controls. That is actually really cool. And obviously, there's no tools or anything. This is just for proof of concept. Like I said, I will host that prompt if you guys want to do some testing with that prompt. But anyway, wow, I am seriously super impressed with this model. This is a really, really great first impression, and I really hope that this model delivers better than Opus 4.7 because I was seriously not impressed with Opus 4.7. Like this is already giving me a lot of hope for this model, and especially with things like Openclaw, and well, I've actually now just switched over to fully Hermes, which I'll be doing some more content on that. So if any of that kind of content interests you, Hermes, new models, I'm going to be doing a video on Codex, on how to make some websites pretty soon here. Subscribe to the channel. And as always, have a wonderful day.